Oh God, this is not exactly. Yes, I think I still need to make some adjustments. Okay. Hello guys. Can you hear me? Okay. Okay. Okay, good morning everyone. So let's wait for a minute so that others can join us. Okay. I'm sure you have loads of questions to ask me. I'm going to answer all of them. Yeah. Beautiful morning to you too, Joshua. Okay, I'm going to go through your questions. I'm going to swipe. Okay, so those of you who are not familiar with the platform, I think when you look around, you will see a place where you see say something, so you can type down there. Okay, so you type down there and I will read it aloud, and I think everyone too can see the questions. So yes, so I will read it aloud for you all to know which of the questions I'm attending to. Mhm. Yeah, it's good to be here. Okay, that's good. So I traveled for one of our staff is having her wedding in Uyo. So she had the traditional wedding yesterday, and we'll have the white wedding on Sunday in Calabar. So this is not my usual space. Yeah. So I'm here, and I had to move around with some of the equipment so that I can have this class or this meeting rather. Yeah. You have a lot of questions. So I'm going to make sure I attend to different people so that we don't focus on just one person's questions. Okay, so we have the session is going to take about an hour. Okay, so if we still have questions that are important for us to attend to that have not been attended to, I'll, maybe we'll reschedule the session. Or we reschedule the session, or we'll just I'm thinking this is a good idea, and there's nothing wrong with having this kind of meeting from time to time. Okay, because there is almost no platform where I get to talk to the people who are working for. Yes, apart from Telegram. And Telegram sometimes, we have a mixture of different categories of people. So I focused all my attention over the months and years on training people. So I've not been so keen on the investment guys, talking to them or clearing their questions or whatever. We have just been focused on ensuring that the system is functional and is, sustainable, is reliable. So that has been the focus. You know, I've not had time to say, okay, let's have chit chat, let's talk, So, but I appreciate you guys because, like I said in an article that I wrote for City Forex's magazine, um, I mean, without you, there will be no system. So you are there, it's like a three-leg chair, so you are like one of the legs of this chair, right? If you're not there, there will be no chair at all, so we cannot even sit or stand, right? So you are a very important part of the formation, and I appreciate you, okay? Because usually in the forex market, your personal money uh, cannot do too much for you, except it's a lot. When I say a lot, is huge. So if the money is a lot, you can make do with a little fractional percentage, that you make. Yeah, I know, trust me. Yeah, so the problem we have in Forex is that, a lot of people are looking for quick money. Okay, and you can't find quick money in Forex. Yeah, you can find quick money in Forex. You can't find quick money in Forex. I'm seeing some very technical and interesting questions. I wish we had more than 1 hour. Okay, but I'm going to try and make sure we go over all these questions. They are very intelligent questions, and thank you. Just keep them coming. I can scroll back to the previous questions from what I have here. So just keep the questions coming, and then as much as you can, look at the other questions that are here so that we do not have repetitions. Okay. Oh my goodness, there are some questions that should not be channeled to me because they are not my business per se. Okay, it's not like they are not my business. They are not my department. Okay, so you don't start to ask me questions on tech, right? So um questions like, I mean, what I'm trying to say is, this meeting is not for you to make complaints about whatever issues you're having. There are already channels to do that, and we've tried our best to ensure that these channels are functional. okay, and they are there to attend to you, right? So uh, don't make complaints here because it's a Q&A session. It's not a bring all your problems session rather. So try as much as you can to ask questions that are important for your money, for your investment, for the modus operandi of the business. Questions that are targeted on the survival of the business, the growth of the company, the longevity. Because what is common among most of these investment companies is that they clamp down. So if there's anything you should be worried about is how sustainable is the project and how long can it go? That's what I want to see. Very intelligent questions, not whether your referral bonus is coming to you or not. Right? So just keep the questions coming. Yeah. There's no point repeating your question once you've asked the question. Just allow it. I would take it. So again, just for the sake of those of you who do not understand what we do, those of you who are investors and potential investors, or you're just checking in now, City Forex is, what we do is very unique. I like to say is unique because that's the only reason why a lot of all these other guys fail. Wherever the inspiration to do this came from, I do not know. The only thing I know is that we have implemented it, we have tested it for 6 months, and we have implemented it for over 3 years, and it's working fine. That's a tripartite model. And those of you, there's no way we can have this meeting without hearing this tripartite model, is it not? So, in case you don't understand what this tripartite model is, what it means is that City Forex is not treating you as an investor. City Forex is treating you as an ordinary retail trader. So, all of you here, Martins, Okpe, Otta, Fumi, Pearl, all of you, Joshua, are traders. So we treat you as retail traders. You don't come to us and then become an investor. Even though what you see on the outside is that you have invested your money, you are an investor. We have a platform that we have specifically designed with the broker that allows you to come in as a trader so that you can own your own trading account. So what we have, in fact, what we have on the website, we did the website because we just wanted to satisfy those of you who want to see something. The real thing is not there. That thing is just like is like a front end that allows you to see your numbers. The real thing is happening in the back with the broker. So we've kept your money. Once you come in about 48 hours, we'll usually fix up your account and put the money in it and connect it to the master account. So if the master account has $1,000 and makes a total of $100 by the end of the month, which is 10%, you as an investor, if you have invested 10 million naira, because the master account has $100 on 1,000, which is 10%, you are going to have 1 million on 10 million, which is 10%. That's what we do. There's no magic. So the problem these other guys will usually have is that when they come in, right, they will just randomly, collect money and randomly pay people without, actually trading. So if you create an account, depending on the models that you have set, that's your preference, right? Once you create your own account, what we do is we from that point where when you start to trade, in fact, that's why we have the prorated payment system for the first investment. That's the first month, right? The first month you come in, because if you come in by fourth, or let's say middle of the month, from that middle of the month, right? You see, I have ongoing trades, which when you come in, yours will be triggered on your account. Now I have these ongoing trades running. They run from that point till the end of the month. It's almost not possible to make a complete 15% to give to you in that first month when we have ordered your withdrawal. That's why we give you a prorated amount. So, but in the subsequent months, then the following month, the entire amount you have in your account will correspond with whatever I have. As I speak with you now, there was an account I shared on Telegram. One of the accounts we are testing, I shared on Telegram and I showed my progress. I said, okay, this account is about, I think, 15% up. I can't remember. Okay, but as I speak with you now, that account is around 25% up. Okay, so this is 25% profit on my own account. Now, what that 25% means is that if you have a total of let's say 1 million naira in your account, you now have an extra 250,000 naira in your own account. Now, that extra 250,000 naira by the end of the month, because we cannot withdraw every day. So that's why we make it prorated for the first payment. We can't go to the broker every day and withdraw every day and fund every. It's crazy. It's not possible. So what we do is the funding is continuous, but withdrawal is once at the end of the month, so that by the end of the month we order a withdrawal, it drops, and then we disburse it. So we continue to trade again and allow trades to run, because we're not trading your accounts individually, right? We're trading a single account, and that single person who is trading will order a withdrawal by the end of the month. So it is from the profits that you have made, that he has made, that you make, and then that you are paid. So if you got that 1 million naira, you're paid. I mean, you have extra 250,000 sitting in your account, as long as it's not compounded. Because if it's compounded, it means that 1.250 will be in your account for the next month. And then when we make another percentage on it, it will be there in your account. So if you leave your account to run for 5 years or for 2 years or for 6 months or for 3 months, the money continues to sit in your brokerage account until the person who is going to initiate all the withdrawals will begin to do that. Right? So now what we're saying is, for this month now, we've got 25% profit. And okay, so what I'm going to do for you is I will take a screenshot and post it on Telegram, so that you can see what I'm talking about. So that account has, I think, 25.3% profit for only July, right? For only July. Excuse me. So from this 20 whatever percentage, those of you who are existing investors, we've already promised that we're going to give you 15%. That's what we give you, 15%. Now, those of you, there are some persons who we said we're going to give 22.5% for attending the seminar. Now, those who did their investment on that day, we have just a couple of them. We took note of them, so we're paying only those guys 22.5%. Now, the point I'm trying to make here is that the reason why City Forest cannot close down is that we're making the money on your money. So we're not robbing Paul to pay Peter or Peter to pay Paul. That's a pyramid scheme, and that's why it usually will end. Because no matter how smart you are, no matter how funded or how huge you are, you're gonna close down. So unless profit is made, if you give me 10 naira and I make 1 naira 50 kobo on it, that's the only way the business can be sustained. There's no two ways about it. That's the only way. A lot of you keep on talking about SEC, SCUMO, and certificates all over the place. City Forest doesn't even need. I told them the last. I said we have paid close to 9 million naira for SEC certification, but that is a waste of money. It's a waste of money. Reason being that we have no business with SEC. We have no business. Our investors have no business with SEC. If the CBN says they want to close any account, that they won't find a dime. The only money they can ever find in an account is the money of investors that are funded that day. That's the only money they will find in the account. And then maybe before we pay out, when we order a withdrawal, it drops into the account and then we start to disburse. Right? So that's the only money they have access to. Every other dollar is sitting in the brokerage account. Every other dime is sitting in the brokerage account. So you don't have any business with CBN, with SEC, with anybody. SEC comes around, they look at it, and then they see there's no money anywhere. But we're still in business. And then they do it, they do a profiling, and then they can look at my track record, look at my system, and we pay. I make over 20% every month. Every month, back to back. Even in months of low volatility, I still make up to 20%. So PipSurgeon is really good. Right? It's really good. So a lot of you are nurturing a lot of doubt. The only thing you got to do for me is, I mean, even if you're not interested in joining us, don't go around and then paint us black, because we're not like these other guys. Okay, it took a long time for me to learn, and then I did not start to serve the public directly because I needed a model that was going to sustain the investment for a long time, and that's what the tripartite model is. Because I can just say, okay, pay the money to me. Pay the money to me, and then I'm going to take care of everybody. I'll keep it in my account, and then I'll pay it back to you when I trade and make profit. There's a problem there. The problem is, money intoxicates. If you have 500 million naira sitting down in your account, idle, you will start to have a 500 million naira problem that you need to solve with that money. And then before you know what, you're in trouble. Before you know what, you're in trouble. I don't carry naira. I don't have any money in my account. I copy myself with my money. So you won't even find a dime with me. The only money I carry around is the money for my expenses. To begin with, the naira in question is worthless. How can a naira be $508? I mean, a dollar be 508 naira. 508. Do you know what $500 is? $500 is close to 250,000 naira. So why keep the money in naira? I don't keep it. If at all, I mean, I don't even keep it. All right, so I keep my own money in brokerage accounts, and then we make sure that this broker, which is an important part again of this model, is a good broker and is a sustainable broker and a regulated broker. So if there's anything you need to even bother about, it is whether the broker is regulated and is good enough for us. That's the main thing. So you should stop worrying about things that are not important. Things that are not important. I know I mean, some of you like to do your due diligence on whether the company is doing well, company is sustainable, and all of this. But I got to tell you something, guys. City Forex is, I'm the only son in my house, right? So I don't want any trouble. Okay, I don't want I don't want any issues from anybody. All right, that's the reason why I didn't say, okay, I'm a good trader, so give me money. Right? So instead of doing this, we had to wait. I traded for the banks for some months, right? For a long time before I now say, okay, this is sustainable. Let's see how we can serve the public. And let me tell you something, guys. Let me tell you something. I told them, I mean, I usually have these meetings with my guys. So I told them, I am a trader guy. I am a speaker guy. I'm not a company guy. You see, I've never worked in any company before. So because I am the one with the mantle in City Forex, it doesn't mean that I am skilled to take care of a company. I will do the trading and I will make the money. And then you got to know that I'm not the only trader in City Forex, because there are times when I'm not able to trade. We have other traders. I'm not the only trader in the world. The same way I am good, that's the same way a lot of other guys are good. So we've got so many exceptionally good traders. So as long as you're a good trader, you know how to spot one when you see them. So that's the thing there, and that's what keeps us. So we've got about 17 traders. I have 8 that I have just recruited. from the people I just taught. So they are not even in this number I'm talking about. So we have about 17 guys. Majority of them are not in Nigeria. They are in Singapore, America, UK, Australia. Most of them. Okay, so this your money is not only copied to my own account. I'm just using my account as an example. And then there are traders who do even better than I do. And then what we do is we mitigate the losses. We conserve money. That's the main thing. So before you even trade for us, we got to make sure that there are some algos that are there to prevent losses, not just preventing losses from trade, to prevent losses on capital. Because losses on trades are inevitable. So, but we make sure that the losses on trade are little. Look at the 25% I have for this particular month. The maximum drawdown I have in that account is 0.78%. 0.78% means that there was there was never at any point where we lost more than 1% of the capital you invested. So that's what I'm talking about. So what makes me exceptional, I always say, it is not as if I'm the best to analyze the market. It is that I'm the best with risk management. There is no risk manager I have seen or heard of or known of that is better than I am. I even impose my risk management techniques on all our traders. That's why we're sustainable. That's the only reason. Because the game is in risk management. The game is in risk management, and there is no business. If you want to take a loan from the bank, the bank have a risk manager that is going to check your worth. That is how much you are worth and how much they can give to you. They will give you 10% of what you are worth. So that's managing risk, right? So the point I'm trying to make is that City Forex has got an enviable system. So each issue out, and then you are looking at the downsides. You're looking at how it's going to. It took me time to present it to the public. All right, I didn't just wake up and say, okay, we have tested it. A lot of you are clamoring for copy trading system. It's not difficult. I can tell you, okay, go ahead and copy my own trades. But we don't do it like that. There are other factors. There's a commission. You can copy my trades. If you doubt me, go ahead and try. You can copy my trade. I am up 20%, but you are up just 5%. Why? Because of commissions, because of spread. So we got to test it and ensure that it is profitable to you. That is what is important to us, that it is profitable to you. I can have an open trade that is running because of the amount in your account. You end up losing on that trade while I am still profitable. So it's not just, some of you just come and say, okay, just do this. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. Money is delicate. Before you go, it's hard-earned cash. Before you now go out and say, okay, let's do this, you got to make sure that it's sustainable. Right? You have to make sure it's sustainable. It's not, it's not something that, you just wake up and then you say, reputation is at stake, integrity is at stake. So you cannot just wake up and say, okay, this is what I want to do, or this is how it should be done. To begin with, the idea of trading for the public in the first place is supposed to be a gift. It's supposed to be a gift for you, because this is one person's skill replicated among many families. All right, so you have the funds sitting down in your account. I have the expertise. All right, the only thing you just have to do is to leverage on my skill. That's all. Leverage on my talent. You don't need the talent. Just leverage on my own talent and then make the money. Very soon, I'm going to train some of these guys who are training. In fact, we already have them on the payroll as traders for us. So they are pretty much just, I'm just getting them, in gear with the system, because we're looking at a situation whereby in the next couple of years, we have an academy that is run by actual traders, because a lot of all these people who come out and say Forex, they are not actual traders. They probably have a smart and intelligent payment system. and then they just come out and then they set up a website or set up a payment structure, and then they start to pay people in the disguise, in the umbrella of Forex, and then they corrupt this system for us. Forex is profitable. If you sit down and watch me trade for 1 week, you will understand what I'm saying. It's exceptionally profitable. All right, as long as you approach it with the right mindset, with the sense that this thing is a business, it's not so let me tell you something. If you look at Wall Street, Wall Street is like Broad Street. Is the business street in New York. New York is analogous to Lagos. That is, New York is the Lagos of America. So in New York, the busiest and longest street is Wall Street. On that street, from the beginning to the end, what you have are Forex companies, stocks companies, and banks. These guys, what they do, they have tall skyscrapers from the beginning to the end. What they trade is Forex. So if these guys will wear a tie and go to their office every day, pay their workers, Forex is profitable. The problem is that Nigeria here, this is your Nigeria where we are, there are no good traders. That's all. That's what I'm saying. In this country, there are no good traders. So we don't have traders that can make the money. That's all. So if the money is there, yes, that one is not a question. The money is there because it is a digital business. It's a business on its own. When you understand it like every other skill, it's going to pave way for you, going to help you make money. So, but what we're saying is, do you have what it takes to make that money? Because a lot of people approach Forex with gambling mindset. They think they just go in big to hit big, but it's not like that. It's a sustainable business. You risk a little to make a little. So because we have just 1 hour, I will just go straight to the questions and then pick them up as quickly as I can and then treat them. Okay, so I have said it that let's not complain so that we can attend to very important questions. So the first question I'm seeing is not a question. It says that my question is the scholarship program. I was part of batch B, but not any message as to the outcome. That's not a question. Okay, so make sure you are sending a question. For this person in particular, I think we have rounded up with the scholarship, and then we have given the awards to the guys. I promised them when I was live. I told them that when I was live, I told them that. So I mean, this is not supposed to come. It's not even a question in the first place. It's a complaint. So you should channel your complaints to the right guys, okay? So it says, please, why can't one register under their self with a different email? No anymore. Okay, and if so, what of the account open? This information comes out. Oof. Okay, so you got to paraphrase that so that I can understand you. Please, sir, what was the outcome? What was the outcome of what? Martin Zokolo, what was the outcome of what? What was the outcome? Okay, when can I upload my PDF on the dashboard? Now, see, please, everything concerning the website. I want to beg you guys. So, see, let me tell you what happened. From the beginning, the idea was not to have a website because I didn't think it would be necessary for you people to. I mean, we're not like all these other guys who will have a fanciful website, come out with all this structure. There is no back end work, there's no background work, there's nothing happening, there's no system anywhere, right? So they just have this front end display of professionalism, and then they are not trading, they are not doing anything, but you are seeing very, very aesthetic, beautiful sites and structures. So they focus their energy on that, and then they come out with a very good job. So some of you have compared those guys to us. That was not the original plan. The original plan was to get your details and create your brokerage account and trade for you and pay you. That was what we wanted to do. Now, as we grew, We got to the point where people now started saying, okay, can't we see what is happening? Can't we see our, can't we log in? Can't we? That was how we contacted somebody, some group of guys, say, okay, do a website for us that people can use to see. Now I'm talking to you as I would. I mean, I know you are my investors. So you got to understand with me, please. We say, okay, go ahead and create something for us. That's what you have right now. So create something for us so that people can log in and see. Now, already we had a platform we were using before that, if you understand website and creation and everything, the people who are already with us, it's going to be difficult for them to for them to migrate to the website because they are not the same API. They are not the same. There's nothing in them that is the same at all. So they have to manually transfer them. And in doing that, you are bound to have errors. You're bound to have errors. So the only thing that happens is when this migration happens, when the errors come up, we can now fix them. But I want to also point out something that's important. These guys who did the first job, they are not an exceptionally good company. That's what I have to tell you. I'm being honest with you. So as we continued, because in fact we are supposed to have the trading course on the website, we are not able to have it because of, in quotes, they are not so good. Okay, so we had to contact a bigger company. All right, and for this bigger company, we're paying close to 4 million naira to get them to fix all these things that you people are talking about now. So I need you to be patient. Okay, so that thing, I mean, we're not sleeping about it. All right, so the one that is ongoing now, the bulk of the work is, I mean, clumsy, so to say, because the fix is not here yet. So, but I can assure you that any moment from now, in fact, in a space of about 3 months, we should have an exceptionally good website because I've seen the MOU, I've seen the everything that they are going to work on. So any moment from now, we should fix all these problems so that going forward, investors don't have to complain about all these things. In fact, what I'm trying to say is the people who we are contracting are the same guys that build Union Bank's app. Those of you who have Union Bank, MTN mobile app, Etisalat, right? So they are a very big company. So they are the ones that are working on the website now. So once they do it, it's the same database. So there are no migration anywhere. They just use I think an API to connect it to the new one they're building now. So in no time we're going to fix all these things. For now, please just bear with us. Okay, just bear with us. If you have any complaints as regards this website thing and all that, what you can do is just message the admin or anybody. They will look at it personally, right? They look at it personally, and there's somebody on ground who fixes it. So he will fix it. Okay, so just bear with us, regarding the website. Okay, so that takes care of that. So this one said, my first question is, can your office withhold referral bonus for 3 months for the individual who will get the bonus? I made that request but was told no, it's not possible. No, now we can't do that. We can't do that. We can't do that. Just, I mean, when your referral bonus is paid to you, you can do a top up. So we can't withhold it. We can't withhold it. Where do you see City Forex in the next 10 years? This is the most intelligent. Okay, I've not read so many questions, but this is really good. So, you see, in the next 10 years, now to begin with, we're trying to get a full building that we can operate just the same way a bank have like a full building to themselves, right? So that's what we're looking at, right? And in the next 10 years, you see what I discussed with my guys. I mean, apart from the ultimate mission, which is to ensure that people can tap into the resources, the talents that we have and be emancipated and become financially free. I thought about financial freedom in our magazine. I don't know if you any of you have seen the magazine. Let me quickly bring that magazine. So on one of the pages on that magazine, so what I did was I explained, you know, I explained financial freedom, right? So I did a brief explanation on financial freedom. You know how to become financially free. Those of freedom a lot, right? Because it's the ultimate goal, whether you like it or not, right? Is the most important thing for us, right? We that we become emancipated, right? That we in fact, first off, a lot of us want financial freedom, but let me shock you, some of you don't even know what financial freedom means. If I ask you what is financial freedom now, you might not have a good answer, right? So here, this is the magazine. Okay, so we're going to send soft copies of this magazine to the group, so that those of you who are not privileged to have your hand on one of the copies, you can still read the content. So this is the first preview copy that I have. So they are done with once they are done with the work, right, we're going to make it available. I think about 1,000 to 10,000 copies will be available, so you can read some of the articles here. Some of the articles here explains the model, the tripartite model, explains financial freedom, explains just a couple of things that I think will catch your fancy. All right, but I'll just be brief about this. Financial freedom is having to operate or live comfortably, optimally, without, take note, without working. So you live, you eat, you drink, you do everything that you would normally do, right? Without working. So the only way this thing has to be done is that you have a business, or you have an investment, or you have something somewhere that is producing money for you. Now, when I say investment, now I'm not talking about City Forex. I'm talking about you are established to the point where you do not need to work to eat. All right. What I'm saying is, you probably have like a hotel. You have a hotel, all right? You got a hotel and you get cash inflow every day. You don't have to work, and then you can travel anywhere, you can eat what you like, your family will be fine. That's financial freedom. Okay, so that's what financial freedom is. And what it means is that you are wealthy. That's why I said in that article, in that book, that wealth is measured in time, not in amount, not in how much, not in how what do you have in your bank balance. People can have $1 billion today, the next year they are broke. So it's not a problem of how much you have sitting, is how long can you stay with what you have right now. How long can you exist without working and not be hungry? That's what wealth is. That's what it means to be wealthy, right? So the way we usually come, let me just give you the flow. It's in that article, but I'll just summarize it, right? So what you will normally do is to get a skill, and I recommend forex trading because it's very profitable, right? So you get a skill, learn it. Whatever skill, mustn't be forex. Your job you're currently doing now, as I'm speaking with you, that is sustaining you, is your beginning, right? It's the beginning of your financial freedom. So all you got to do is, from that job, save a part of your money. That's like the second step. So when you have a salary or a consistent income, you have to save a part of the money for a future investment, right? Now you can begin with a not so with a little bit of risky investment, because I mean, if you want to break through, you got to take some risk. So you can start with something risky, because Anything risky will usually have higher yields, right? Will have higher returns. Okay, low risks have low return, high risks have high return. It's the same thing in forex. If I risk half the account size, I have the potentials of making times two of the account size in forex. So, but if I risk just 1%, I'll make just 1 or 2%. That's what happens, and that's why we're in business, So we risk a little, right? So that being said, right? So you take some, risky, wise but risky but wise, right? Investments. And then when you start from that point, right? Start from that point, you now you generate some income. So you get more money, which you will stack up. So you stack up the money, you stack up this money, and then you go into investments that are stable, like property, like when I say something palpable, something you can see, you can feel, you can touch, real estate, something like buying a flat and renting it out, buying a store, a shop and renting it out. Buying, you can go to the market square and buy like 3 shops. One of the shops can be like ₦1 million. So you can buy like 3 shops or 4 shops and put it on rentage. So you see, that's like a steady income, right? So that's how you progress gradually. So from there you can buy like a house. You can buy a house, right? Buy 2 houses. That's the game of Monopoly. Okay, so you buy red houses, like 2 red houses, you sell it, and then you buy one green big hotel. And then you're financially free forever. Okay, so and you stop relying on hope, false hope. Those of you who gamble, right? Gamblers will rely on false hope. So you stop relying on false hope, right? The money is there, you reach out for the money, you will never get it, right? Because it's not real. So what I've just explained to you is the real thing. Don't neglect any of the steps. That you need to get a salary first. You need a job. You can't talk about financial freedom without something that is a steady, consistent income. Is ridiculous. Because all of us like to think that one day something will happen mysteriously, magically, that will emancipate us. It's not true. You have to work out your salvation. So what it means is that you got to be meticulous about your spending and your earning. You have to ensure that if you're making 100K, in that 100K, you are saving a part of it. If you're making 50K, you are saving. That is where your emancipation will start from. You will not break through one day all of a sudden. I don't think it works that way. I don't think it works that way. I mean, except it's trusted to you. Trusted to you is gambler's hope, right? Which is not something we should rely on, right? Even the Bible, encourages us to work, for that's the only way we shall eat, right? So you can get a random call from an old friend in the government house, and then you make money, yes. But you can't rely on that. You can't hope on that. You have to take what you have presently, as I'm talking to you now. You have to ensure that you have some savings. When you have some savings, you invest the savings into something that will yield some money, more than your savings, right? So your money is supposed to be like a little soldier. Those of you who have read the book Richest Man in Babylon, it's supposed to be like a little soldier that fights for you, that produces more money. That's how money should be treated. That's how I treat money. I don't keep my money sitting down. I make sure it is always producing more money, right? So I make sure that whatever money I've got is constantly producing more money. And really, if you don't do this, you can never have financial freedom. So it is when these little soldiers continue to fight for you, this money that comes in continues to fight for you. Before you know it, you have an estate. You have a lot of money, and then you're financially free. Okay, so you got to take note of what I've just said. It's very important. In 10 years' time, City Forest is hoping that people can capitalize on them as a source of financial emancipation. So where are we going to be in the next 10 years? We're going to have an academy, a big academy, which is going to have hostels for students to lodge. So we're going to have hostels where students can sleep. Those who are not in maybe not in Nigeria, not in Lagos. So they have a hostel. They take our course. We can have maybe 6 months course, 1 year courses. So depending on what we have at that time, right? So we're still working on the modalities for most of these things. Okay, so it's a long-term goal, right? It's a long-term goal. So we're on it. We're on it. And I can assure you that forex will be global. Okay, because as long as what I understand is that as long as you are making money, you will continue to grow. As long as you're generating money, you continue to grow. The problem is when the system is a terminal system, that's when there is no future. So there is no limit to what we can be or what we can achieve in the near future. All right. So, but what I'm telling you is this: in Nigeria, see, I'll compare Nigeria to South Africa for a minute. South Africans don't rely on their government to make money because they focus on digital money. This is the age. And then everything you have today is profit, losses, money, business, digital assets. Everything is electronic. So it is like a new angle. It's the gold of today. Right? In the past, our parents would keep money in gold, right? So that was their own gold. This is our own gold, the space. So if traders understand how to trade and make money for themselves, we are not going to rely on the government. There's nothing that can emancipate you faster than forex. I'm not exaggerating. Forex is the most liquid. And if you check Google as I speak with you now, how much a forex trader can make, they will tell you 20% in a month without losing money. So it's a consistent business. It's a quick way to make money if you get the skill and you understand it. So what I'm saying is, what we are focusing on is teaching people how to trade. Because somebody has met me and said, Guy, you are giving them everything. And I said, yes, I'm giving them everything because the market is big. It's $6.6 trillion. If I take and they take, there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong. There's a candle that lights another candle does not get bad or does not stop shining. So when this candle gives light to these many candles, there's a lot of light in the room. Right? So why are you worried about whether these people are learning or they are not learning? It's not a problem, right? Because you can see that we have this, I don't want to ostracize or say black mentality, but that's almost like what it's tending towards. Where, guy, don't teach them so much. Don't give out so much information, and don't just there's no point holding any information. I told them during the last seminar that some people are immortal. I am, right? I am, because even if I leave today, my tapes, my teachings, my everything will continue to speak. So you will continue to hear my voice forever. Generations will continue to hear my voice forever. Right? So some of us understand the power in these things, and then we capitalize on it. So we're building a dynasty. Okay, so in the next 10 years, City Forex should be one of the biggest academy. And then let me shock you, the government cannot stop us because there's no money in their account. When you put the money in GT Bank or in Zenith Bank, you are giving it to the government. So they don't even have the money in the first place, right? Most of our brokers are UK brokers and Australian brokers. So they don't have access to the money. Okay, so the point I'm making is, all these other, we know that there are some loopholes. These whole complaints and everything, we're trying to fix them. Site, these customer care, those are very, very little things. They are not important. The most important thing is the one that we are fixing, which is ensuring that the system is going to stand the test of time. And then in the near future, I am very sure that we're going to establish something that is going to help not just, it's going to not just Lagosians, it's going to help Nigeria, to find freedom. So that's what we are looking at. Okay, a magnificent institution that's going to be compared to a private university. All right, but that focuses on financial education. Okay, so we're going to have experts from different parts of the world. So, Oludairo, thank you so much for that question. That one really got me, and it took a lot of time. Okay, so I will still go over the other questions I have quickly. Sir, are there any alternatives to the current currency strength meter? No, there are none. What we do, the consensus is vital, is our edge in the forex market. So there are no alternatives to it. I will teach you how to generate it. You will learn it, and then you will be able to know which currency is strong and which one is weak. It's that simple. Okay, so there is no alternative. If you go for indicators, indicators are not stable. Okay, and they don't have longevity. All right, so they are not reliable as when you extract the consensus yourself. So there are no alternatives to the currency strength meters. Just forget about it. Forget indicators. All those things they tell you on YouTube, they're lies. Okay, so if you want the currency strength, you got to look at the market, do your TA, and generate the currency strength. Forget about indicators. My second question is, can I start trading account $1,000 and your office trade for me? What is the sharing ratio? Yeah, this is the same thing we're talking about. We're still working on it. Okay, so this is you won't have to give anybody your money. About two is it 2 months or last month, let's just say last month, I funded about 8 traders. So I funded 8 traders locally. That's some of the students I've just taken. So I put $300 in all their accounts so that they can start to trade, and then we observe their performance and see how they operate, so that you can create a local account and copy them. So you can create, you can put this your $1,000 in their, in, not with them, don't give anybody your money. So you put it in your own personal account, and then you take a link from any of them depending on anybody's performance that you admire. So you will copy them, right? Different traders have different expectancies. Some people might make around 20% a month, some 10%, some 30%. You might like their style as to risk management. You might like their style as to they make a lot of money, right? So some people don't risk little. They risk a lot, but they have a good win rate and they make a lot of money. All right. So you might like that. So you copy them with this your $1,000, but that is not ready yet, because we're still testing brokers and we're still testing systems. Okay, and it's not a thing of just saying go out there and look at a broker that works. The thing is, in times of crisis, which broker will still stand? I maybe remember 2008. There are brokers that closed down, right? There are brokers that closed down. So you got to be careful. It's not to just say take people, and then if we recommend a broker, we're recommending somebody that we are sure of that has this facility. The commissions are not too bad, and then you can make some money from it. So that's the point. So you got to be patient on that part. Okay. Yeah, if City Forex is registered, City Forex is registered. City Forex is registered. I mean, I was telling you earlier. I said that the only thing, the only certification we need is corporate. What's it called? Cooperative society. That's all. That's the only thing we need. I bet you that's the only thing we need. The 9 million naira we gave to SEC for SEC certificate is a waste of money. I say it again and again. And it's so funny that because these other guys who got SEC, they closed down. Some of you now come back and say, please, City Forest, people should not collect SEC. When you collect SEC, you close down. It's not true. They were already about to close down. It's not SEC that made them to close down. People who claim that CBN made them to close down, it's not CBN that made them to close down. Quote me anywhere. They were not trading your money. I'm telling you. It's not CBN that made them do. They were running a pyramid scheme. If you generate income on the 10 naira that the person brings, you have no business to close out. The worst that will happen is when you close out, you take the 10 naira and give back to the person. So there's no. Some people like to say Nigeria is against forex. Nigeria is. It's not true. The only time I've seen any very serious move as to e-space is Nigeria ban on crypto. And that is because of the selfishness of the government. So I'm not even going to go into that channel because that's like a whole topic on its own. Because the same day, the same week that Nigeria bans BTC is the same week that South Africa launches a BTC ATM machine. Meaning that as I am now, if I get to Johannesburg, I can go to the ATM. If I have money in my salary, I can put my BTC ATM card into the machine and withdraw South African rand. That's like Nigerian naira. I can withdraw money from a BTC machine in South Africa. And then the same week, Nigeria bans crypto. So you can see that the government here is, I mean, crazy. It's crazy, right? So what I'm trying to tell you is that we don't have any business with these regulations. Nobody does in the first place. CBN in particular is focused on forex. That's what they do. Look at Lamido Sanusi. He's the ex-governor of CBN. Go and read the article on Vanguard newspaper as to what Lamido Sanusi says about cryptocurrency. I mean about forex. He says he makes billions from his garden every day from forex trading. So CBN can never ever tell you that as a forex trader you should. I mean, it doesn't make any sense to me. When they come to me and say, these people have closed, I'll say, no problem. As I speak to you now, we are the only forex trading company in Lagos and technically Nigeria. We are the only ones with the model, so I'm not surprised. I told them when they were coming, they said, you don't have this certificate. You don't have this certificate. Why are we short? I told you that all these guys, they are not even focusing on the most important thing, which is on the system. They pay money, they get this certificate, they pay money, they do this, they make it fanciful. They beautify it from the outside so that they can appeal to you, the investor, and then you bring in hard-earned money. And then they throw it away. How many of them, as simple as it may sound, how many of them have ever showed you their trading performance or trading history or how much they make? As I talk to you now, once I finish up this live streaming, I'm going to take a screenshot of my performance for this month. It's 25% profit from this particular July. Meaning that as I speak with you, your 15% was ready since 9th. Go and look at that thing. You see, from 9th of the month, your 15% profit was already on ground for the existing investors. For those who are just coming in, from that 9th till now, I've made an additional 10% profit. Meaning that if your money came in from that point, you have 10% profit. That's why we do a prorated amount. So as the day goes by from the first investment, we reduce it gradually. There's nobody that's going to show you because they're not trading. So forget about certificate. That's what I'm trying to say. Forget about it. It's not a problem. All Nigeria needs is money. There's no certificate you mentioned today that I cannot get. Just name it. There's no certificate. So how do I get it? I'll pay them money they will give me. No due diligence. No due diligence. The radio called me one day as an expert to speak on this whole thing. And then they say, why this will climb? And I told them, I mean, SEC doesn't do any due diligence of this guy is legitimately a forex trader and he's producing profits. That's why they close. So you shouldn't be surprised. That's why they close. So if I pay SEC. So what has SEC done? Nothing. They say 3 of my staffs should come for an examination. And guess who the staffs are? They are in SEC. You think I don't know what I'm saying? So you pay them money, they take care of everything, and then they give you a certificate. And you answer certified by SEC. It's rubbish. The only thing we need here is this thing right here. Look at it. Look at what we have. We have SCUMO from EFCC. We have SCUMO from EFCC. That's what we need. Money laundering. And then we've got cooperative society. That's all we need. And then, of course, certification from the CAC. That's what you need. When a company has this thing, all you should worry about is, are they trading my money? That's what you should worry about. Not whether they have all the certificates in the world. Everybody that have closed down have the certificate. The only people who do not have the certificate are the only people that are still existing. Right? Although the certificate from SEC should be ready any moment from now. Okay, because we have paid and it will normally take some time. So the thing is quarterly. It's quarterly. So I believe any moment from now, we should be handed our own certificate, which I'm not even going to blow a whistle about because, I mean, it's rubbish. It's rubbish. So, but for those of you who care, like the young man who I've just asked, right, we can show you the certificate. I don't care about it. Okay. So, still have a couple of questions. Time fast running out. Okay, so some of you are starting to get personal, which is very okay. Because I'm the one that have asked you to have this chit chat. So, but yes, he says that reading your profile, that you are also in medical school. Don't know how true this is, and if it is, how do you combine it with forex trading? Well, there are different. I can be a surgeon and be a trader. If if there are different time frames, right? There are different things that you can there are different time frames you can operate with. You can trade on 5 minutes. That's if you want to be looking at the screen just as I'm doing right now. 5 minutes. You can trade on daily. On daily, you can step out. It will take a whole day for one candle to form. So you can stay that long before you come back to look at your computer. So you don't have to, you can go about your own job. So, but this by the way, I understand your question. I know this doesn't entirely answer your question. The thing is, usually what I do is I'm not the only trader. Like I said, I'm not the only trader, but I've gotten to the point where I can just place my trades and step out. Okay, so all I just need to do in the morning is to place my trade, and then I step out, and then I have it running. Okay, so and again, sometimes what I would usually do is to halt so that I can focus. For example, this period I've just had to halt so that I can teach people how to trade well. So that's what I'm doing currently. So I'm teaching them how to trade very well, after which I just alternate it. Okay, so until I finish up. All right, so but I'm doing medicine as a passion. It's not for the sake of making money, as you can already tell. So it's not for the sake of making money. So I just want to. It's something I've always wanted to do from childhood. Yes, yes. Okay. Where did I stop? Okay, well, it seems I have jumped. Okay, because okay, yeah, that's where I stopped. Fumi Pearl says, "Are you assuring your investors that nothing bad will happen to their investment, even if it's for 1 year? We've lost money, gone." Yes, I can assure you that. I mean, City Forex is safe haven, right? It's safe haven. City Forex is safe haven. I don't think that anything bad can happen to what we're doing. I mean, you cannot go to the yam seller and ask the yam seller, is your yam sweet, right? So that's exactly what you're asking me. If my yam is sweet. Okay, so my yam is sweet. I hope that answers your question. Right? So, but you should. I mean, if something sounds good to you, you should be able to know it, right? Because I tell them that the problem is lack of financial education. That's why a lot of people are losing money in this space. It's not as if it's bad. It's just the lack of the education as to what investments to make. Is it a working model? Is it good? Is it bad? Right? Those are the questions that you should ask, and I think we're taking a very good care of these things so far for the past 1 hour, right? So I believe we have taken care of those questions as to whether your investment is safe. Your investments are very safe. I can assure you. I mean, I don't want anybody to hold me any day. So I mean, have you seen me? I walk freely on the street. That's how I want to live my life. Okay, so um your investments are safe. Goodness, who is this person calling? Okay, so the next question, the person says that good morning. There are lots of scammers who pose as forex traders, and many have been scammed. Many don't last more than 2 years. What makes you different, and what proof do you have to show? I have already shown that proof, so I'll skip that question. So just simple answer: the tripartite model. The tripartite model makes us different, makes us stand out, makes us unique. Our investors are not investors; they are retail traders. That makes us stand out. Okay, their money is not in any local bank; it's in the broker's account that is foreign based. That makes us stand out. If they need their money today, all we just need to do is to order a withdrawal, send it down to their local bank. That makes us stand out. Okay, so we're not putting your money together in any Nigerian account and then paying you people all those things, right? So we aren't doing that. Okay, so we're placing your trades, which is very evident. Okay, so I want to edit my account to compound, but it's not working. I'm sorry. Okay. Good morning, sir. Please, what structures have you put on ground to ensure that City Forex runs in your absence? The company appears to be solely built around you. Thanks. Very good question. Somebody has even asked me, what if you die? Okay, so what if I die? If I if I am not available, it's not City Forex is, yeah, to a very large extent. My integrity is at stake, and then I ensure that the bulk of the work is done properly because I don't want anybody to question me. I don't want any issues that are managerial. So this is money, and because it's money, got to be careful, especially with people handling the money. Okay, so sometimes I go the extra mile of looking at certain things by myself, just as a watchdog. But then we have HRs, we have all these things in place that are checkmating the process and ensuring that there are no loopholes. And then, whether I'm there or not, trades are placed. Okay, so whether I trade or not, your ROI is generated. I've told you I'm not the only trader. There are other traders. Whenever I'm not the one that does your ROI payment. I'm not the one that does your withdrawal payment. So the same person who does your ROI payment, the same person or the same team that does your withdrawal payment, ROI payment ensures that at any point when you need your money, you can access your money. It's that simple. So as long as we can pay your withdrawal, we can pay your ROI, we can do whatever you want, partial withdrawal or whatever. That's the same way that we are going to be available, whether I'm there or not, to make every kind of payment. So the company is yes, there's a different thing to say that you are the face of the company and the company is built around you. So that the company is built around me might not be entirely true, but that I am the face of the company is correct. Okay, because I mean I am the face of the company technically. Okay, but the company is not built around me because we're handling over, I mean, thousands of clients. I can't it can't be around me, right? So and then I've been in Rio for the past 2 days. I have no idea what's happening in City Forex. The only thing I do is to look at my computer and place my trades. Okay, so it's not built around me. Everything is automated. Everybody knows their job, they know their role, and then they do it. Okay, well done, PipSurgeon. Okay, all this your content keep hope alive. As for learning online, hope I can join anytime I'm ready. Yes, you can, of course. We've got this Discord channel. I have this Discord channel right here. So I can share my screen. So the Discord channel has all the videos, piled up, and I'm still making a lot of videos. Right here, I've got. I mean, I've been making some videos since morning. So I've got some of the equipment here. All right, so you can join online and then you can come into the chat room there on Discord and then discuss with us up until the site is ready. Once the site is ready, the site will take care of everything, every goddamn thing. Says so why is C4 still looking for investors when they have lots of them? A friend told me while he was at Surulere Mall, some persons approached him, took him to your office to come invest. See, how can you ask why we're looking for more investors? There is so many. There are lots of Nigeria. We are looking to get the government to invest in City Forex. In case you don't understand, so don't ask me this kind of question again. We are looking for Nigerian government to invest with us. If
the government gets to our value or conservative plan, the Nigerians equity, the state revenue, 5% of the state revenue, Nigeria will not be broke. What are you saying? Nigeria will not be broke. They're going to use that 5% to fix all the roads in Lagos. We're looking at government to come and invest. So that's not even a question. And then usually, I'm not surprised somebody walks up to you and compels you to do an investment. We don't have marketers. So what we do is we take a stipend out of the money we are making to pay people for referring people to us. So these people go the extra mile of setting up whatever it is that they do set up to ensure that they bring in people to us, which, I mean, is commendable. So it's not supposed to be a problem. Thumbs up, PipSurgeon, for this question and answer session. It will clear a lot of doubts and misinformation in the public. Thank you so much. Okay, that's coming from my very own Mr. Okwe. Thank you so much, sir. Yeah, thank you. I still have a lot of questions to attend to. Good job, thank you. Trust your model, thank you. What if there's a clampdown on forex trading and investment companies due to increased rate of scam? What happens to our money? No. There is this thing you have just asked is not applicable to us. There's no such thing as clampdown of forex trading investment companies. Doesn't affect us. City Forex is not part of the companies that clamps down. And I don't think there's any other forex company in Lagos again apart from City Forex. And then what happens to your money? At any point in time, when the actual person who is put in charge to withdraw your money and send to your local bank is not available, you get and you will do what they call KYC with the broker, meaning that the broker will open a platform that allows you to submit your documents so that they verify that the account that we are using is your own account and that you are now allowed, because the broker doesn't allow third-party withdrawal. So it's at that point that you will now be able to withdraw your money personally, privately. Okay, so but I believe that we're always available to do those withdrawals for you, and then we're not clamping down, for Christ's sake. Well done, PipSurgeon. Thank you. What if you encounter an unexpected loss during trading? How do you resolve this? Because a lot of companies shut down due to the same reason. It's not true. Okay, well, it's possible that some companies will close down because they have a loss in forex trading, but that's crazy. It's ridiculous. Before we started this whole offering our service to the public, we had a 6 months test 6 months test on the system before we now say, okay, investors can come in. And then what we even used was a Google sheet, because all we just needed were a few information and then the amount sent to us and then the proof of payment. That was all we needed. If you would have even given me stress by saying, do website, do this, it's not my thing really. Okay, so but we're still working on, fixing all those things still, right? So yes. City Forest cannot have a big loss. City Forest can never have a big loss. I'm not even talking about myself. My students can never have a big loss. How much more myself? So what makes you a professional trader in the first place is not being able to have a big loss. In the forex market, there are 5 outcomes. Number 1 is a small win. Number 2 is a small loss. Number 3 is a big win. Number 4 is a big loss. And then number 5 is breaking even. Now, among all these outcomes I have mentioned, the one that we do not accept is a big loss. We can have a big win when the market rallies. That's why I made a lot of money last year during COVID. So if the market raises a lot, I'm going to make a lot of money. So it amounts to a big win. But because I have trapped the money so that I do not lose more than 0.5%, or 1% at max on each trade, then I can't have a big loss. So none of us can have a big loss. My students, on the accounts I told you I funded, I make sure that none of them is using the leverage. So it's the leverage that allows you to have $100 and then you can double the $100 in 2 days. Okay, so we don't use it because we're not in a hurry to anywhere. So when you don't use the leverage, you are not able to place a trade that allows you to double the money. And as such, you are not able to place a trade that allows you to lose the money. So the only trades you can place are trades that allow you to place a 1% loss, 2% loss, 3% loss. So that's what it means to not use the leverage. So we can never ever have a big loss. In City Forex, we cap it at 80% for the most risky plan. Is capped at 80%, meaning that we can't lose more than 20% at any point in time. Now let me explain that thing to you. See, before we can lose, if we risk 0.5% per trade, it's going to take 40 trades, not just 40 consecutive losses, meaning that if I place this trade, you lose, place the next one, place the next one. I have to place all the trades I place, 40 of them in a row have to be lost before we will lose 20% of your money. So we can't have a drawdown, we can't have a big loss. So, and even if you don't know anything about Forex and I give you and I say it's 50-50, buy or sell, whatever you like, do. A child that doesn't know anything, you are not going to have 40 losses in a row. It's not possible. It's not possible. So that's why we cannot lose money, right? We can't lose money. I've told you this system is God sent. It's not, and then I'm saying it openly so that even those who like the system and want to replicate the system can go ahead and do it. That's the right thing to do. Stop burning Nigerians' money. It's wrong. It's a simple idea. It's a simple concept. Anybody can do it. It's a simple thing. If you like the idea, follow the idea, go ahead and replicate it and then do it. But don't throw away people's money. And then if you don't have a model that is going to ensure capital preservation, don't start because you will break down and you have a loss. We can't have a loss. I've never had a loss. I have never had a loss. Go and look at my track record. I've never had any loss that is more than 5% at any time. At any time, historically. This month I had 25%. I mean, the month is not even over. The month is not over, but I've got 25% already. The maximum loss is 0.75%. That's the maximum loss. That's the day I didn't make money. What I lost that day was 0.75%. That's what we're talking about. So you got to be that good before you render service to the public. It's not about making the money. It's easy to make money in Forex, but it's equally easy to lose it. So you have to understand how it works, learn it very well, understand it before you now start to do it. So if you jump the gun, you're going to shoot yourself on the leg. So I can't encounter a loss. Thank you for that question, Otta. Well done, very enlightening listening to you. You are good, thank you. Well done, Bennett. You are doing a great job and you will be celebrated in the world as and the pride of this country. And please, I still would like to work with you. Okay, we're very open. I mean, because I like to see people who are really interested in Forex, who are legitimately interested. I mean, it's not, Forex is not easy. You can't just come in and make the money overnight. It's the same thing with other skills. If you serve a master, you will serve the master for 4 years. If you go for a BSc, you will go for a BSc for 4 years or more. And then they post you to maybe KB or UB or wherever. So you have to pass through these things. It's not that easy. Some of you, even the students I'm taking, I'm pushing them beyond their limits. I know it's not easy. And it takes time. It takes time. So if you're genuinely interested, I mean, I'm very, very open and available. As long as you're ready to learn, you'll find me. What's the guarantee that our money is safe? Yes, your money is safe, sir. How do you cope with your studying medicine? I've talked about that. Thank you. Exactly my question. How do you cope with studying medicine? Yeah, thank you. So medicine is not that bad. I mean, it's not that bad. So as long as you have the raw material, right? As long as you are a smart person, you should be able to handle it. Just sometimes I have to, not be in school so that I can take care of the business. And then it's a thing of delegating, right? So I've got a lot of resourceful people around me, so that takes away the load. Okay. When will you start dollar trading? Very soon, very very soon. Okay, I'm still working on that. Real soon we're going to have it. Trust me, we're going to have it. It's the problem we have with that dollar trading thing is that there are limits. So as a Nigerian, you can't do more than $5,000. Okay, so those are some of the problems that we have. So we are working on all of those things. So very soon we're going to be able to do it. Okay. The only problem is that I think even when we start to do it, so the problem is not even we having the dollar, right? Is you receiving the dollar. You cannot receive more than $5,000 in a month. So once you have $5,000, you have to stop for that month till the next month. Okay, so those are some of the problems we have. Yeah, those are some. I'm talking about a domiciliary account. That's a problem. So I have made my payment of 95,000 naira to City Forex account for the upcoming physical class. I have been asked to send particulars through email, which I have done. That's still expecting a reply. Can't wait to be your student. Okay, it's a pleasure. Good to yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing some great guys in October. Okay. What if you encounter an unexpected loss? Okay, I've talked about that. You have answered almost my questions with the explanation you just gave. All right, that's good. Thank you, sir, for the clarity. Thank you. Sir, please, what about creating an online wallet for payment of ROI to avoid issues with bank and other regulatory bodies? Or what measures have you taken to give your investors confidence? Well, the thing is, online wallets. We've thought about it so that people we have an app where people can, have a wallet. We can put in their money there. They can pay, do recharge cards, pay DSTV subscription, and all these things from there. But like I told you, that was not the original plan. Our original plan is to ensure that we are trading for you and we're making your money for you. So all these things will come as part of the, you know, growth plan for the company, right? So with time we will make progress to this point. Let's just ensure that we fix the major problems and everything is working well before we start to implement a wallet that allows you to do all of these things. A wallet doesn't guarantee that your money is safe. I've seen a lot of people who've got wallets. You have the wallet and then the wallet is just a number. Money is not there. The money is there, is sitting in a master account that is with the bank. So if the master account is empty, even if you have a million naira in your wallet, it's still empty. So, but we will get to that point. I'm trusting God for all of those improvements, especially now that we're incorporating some very big guys into the development of the site. Okay, so the last seminar I attended, you said your students the last seminar I attended with you, you said that your students make money while learning. What did you mean by that? How are they making money while learning? Uh, so the thing is, if you're in a hurry to make money, right? If you're in a hurry to make money, you will make money because we have City Forex has an in-house group where we have setups every day. Setups. That's if you want to play straight, we have over 500. No, that's an exaggeration. We have a lot of trade setups in a day that are posted to that particular group where only the traders are seated. So you can pick trades from that point. Yes, we can do. right? So if you're in a hurry to make money, you can make money like that, right? You can just place your trade. So you get your own account, fund it, and then you make money like that. Aside that, it's the investment. Oh, okay. So, so the next one from Tunde is, please, how much does a forex trade worker for an institution earn as a salary? Well, it depends on the institution. The guys that I trained that are now trading for us, I pay them 100,000. So, I mean, there's no fixed amount. Some people will not pay you a fixed amount. They will say you would earn based on your profit share. So, if you make a certain percentage profit, you get X amount out of that money. So it just depends on your agreement with the institution. You have spoken well. We need a guarantee that our money is safe. This is Nigeria, where many people are afraid of investing in something that is virtual. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Okay, so PipSurgeon, I have a question that do come to my mind. What if you are not around? Can City Forest still continue progressing? Yeah, I've talked about this. And yes, I've talked about this. So, next question from Mr. Peter. There are people who want to invest, however, they are scared. Can there be an agreement between investors and City Forest to convince people? Yes. The thing is, when you sign up, automatically you are taking the agreement that you are that's entered. So the only thing we have, special agreements. I mean, if you want an agreement, you can prepare a document. We send it to our, compliance officer. That's the legal department, and then they will look at it, and then we can sign as long as it's still in line with most of the things that we have said. So the agreement thing is not a problem. But however, I'm incorporating the agreement into the website so that you can sign on a white paper and upload it. So you use a black pen, sign on a white paper, and upload it. So that's going to happen sometime in the future. Okay. So it's going to happen sometime in the future. Okay. Just a minute. Let me get though. Okay. So I think it's almost like everything. Okay. Okay. Okay, sorry about that. I'm about to close the meeting because I can see that time is fast spent. And okay, but it seems I'm almost through with your questions though. Okay, somebody's advising me to be careful what I say about this live streaming. I don't care. I don't care because I've 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 paid for it, and what I'm saying is the truth. And as long as this is democracy, I I can say what I want to say. If what I'm saying is not true, let them do the right thing, or let them show a proof of what I'm saying. All the guys who have SEC, let them prove that they found them worthy to serve the public. They should be penalized for certifying people who are not certified to treat public funds. They should be penalized. Yes. I mean, let's stop, hiding in our shells. Right? I don't care if SEC is listening. If SEC is if SEC is watching my live stream, let them fix the problem. Right? Are they supposed to come and say, okay, why did you say this about it? It's true. It's true. So if they have a problem with it, SEC is not happy. Hey, PipSurgeon, why did you say this on air about us? Go and do the right thing. Go and do the right thing. Go and do the right thing. A lot of people believe in sec. A lot of people believe in sec. And then they'll tell you, okay, sec. And then the sec in question will certify people that are not trading forex. And then they say they call themselves something capital investment something whatever name they use, and then they go and collect money from people, and sec is aware, and sec will carry that certificate and give to them, and then people will now say, oh, the sec has certified them. Sec is supposed to be the people's eye, is it not? They're supposed to be people's eye, and that they are not actually. They are not actually. But the people believe that SEC is supposed to be their eyes. So they look out for SEC, and then what happens? Nothing. SEC doesn't do anything for you. I'm telling you now, SEC is not doing anything for you. Trust me. Questions here? Okay, so I can still see a lot of questions. Goodness. So, but I think we will reschedule this meeting so that we can still have some more questions, you know. Yes, yes, yes. So I still have a couple of questions, and then so that the meeting is not unnecessarily overextended. Okay. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. All right, guys, so let me know if you enjoyed the meeting and if you would like to have us do this again. Okay, because obviously I can't go over the questions. I'm still finding some interesting questions, and I think it will be a good idea. We can't come to Abuja for now. I am not a branch person. There's no need. Majority of what we do is from the computer. Okay, so we don't need branches all over the place. Okay, so if anything, what we need is, an institution, an academy, which is what we're working towards. Yes, you can build a career in forex trading. All right, guys, please let me hear from you. How do you rate this meeting? I know this is not my usual space, so I'm not talking about logistics now. I'm talking about, yeah, okay, somebody says very enjoyable. Okay, that's good to know. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Good. Thank you. Okay. Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. Thank you. All right. All right. So if I believe that the coordinators might get us to have another meeting soon. Yes. Yes, thank you. Yes, coordinators should work on getting another meeting soon, because I think I'm focusing all my energy and attention on the students. So there is still a need to speak with you people too. So because this is also enjoyable for me too, trust me. Yes, so thank you too for your time, and sorry for not starting uh, at exactly 10 o'clock. I had to do the setup myself. So yeah, thank you. Okay, we will do it again. Trust me, we'll do it again. Yes, and then for those of you, I know you know your question. So if you ask a question that you think is relevant that I haven't answered, so you can either send the questions to me, or keep it till the next meeting. I will appreciate that. So keep it till the next meeting so that others too can learn from your questions. Yes, so that others can learn from your question. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. It's a pleasure. It's always a pleasure working with you all. Okay, I am hoping that if it were possible for me, I would know all of you in person, because I mean, you make this whole thing work. Okay, but it's not possible, right? So, but I want to assure you that we will keep doing our best. Okay, we will keep doing our best. We understand that, I mean, there's barely anything working out there. So a lot of people are looking to most of all these things. That's why I don't blame people when they fall victims to all these other things out there, right? Because a lot of people continue to look for, anything that is working at all, for them to just uh, just put in their money and make something. So, and it's not the news that they have lost a lot of money. So I'm trusting God that um, there will be no whatever He's going to fight every unforeseen battles for us. Okay, so so far so good. So far so good. Everything is working well, and my what I'm worried about is whether I can get traders. That's all I'm worried about, because I need people to trade. Okay, I need people to trade very well, trade well, so that we're not relying on foreign traders. We're not relying on external traders. We come back home and then we train our own guys, just like the South Africans. We train our own boys and girls, so that I don't say only boys. So we train our own people, so they learn to trade, and then they trade the money for the Nigerians. So yeah, I think that's the only thing I'm worried about. I am never ever worried about whether City Forex is going to maybe have issues or not, because I know that we have done our homework. Why are you making me feel like a celebrity, Chinedu? Please, you don't need that. You don't need that. So, but of course, I'm very much available whenever you come to the office at Surulere. That's where I teach those guys most times. So, if you are free to come around, uh, if you're free to come around, you find me, and I'm more than willing to do all of that. So, away from CD Forex and all of this, I'm a very free person and a very jovial person too. So, you might find me interesting in that angle. Yeah. Yeah, it's a pleasure, sir. Thank you so much. All right, so if you may, I shall end the meeting now, so that we can all go about our duties. Some of us have wedding to attend today. I have one to attend in Calabar tomorrow, and they said that I have to pass through water, because the road from Calabar Itu road is terrible. So it's not even motorable. It's motorable, but it's terrible. Like, it's bad, right? So um, I'm thinking I have to either follow them through water, which I haven't done before. Just once, when I was in school during my BSc, we went into the water with the boat. So I was having my heart in my hand like this that day. So yes, I have been on water, but not to travel for as much as 45 minutes. So I'm thinking, okay, what if it starts to rain, and what if whale comes out from the water? So I don't know if I'll follow them to pass through water. So, but whatever happens is, I'm going to be there, because she's in charge of our social media. Um, one very active person among us. So she's wedding tomorrow. She did her trad yesterday in Uyo. So I was there. 90% of everything they said I did not hear, because I don't understand their language. Okay, use an overcraft boat with double engine. Okay, see some of your experience with this. I'm going to ask for an overcraft boat with double engine. Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Sue. Thank you, Sue. Glory, thank you. All right, guys, so I'll end the meeting now. Thank you so much for your time. I do appreciate your trust. I do appreciate your commitment. I do appreciate your patience. I appreciate everything. And I say, God bless you. And God continue to prosper you and enrich you. In Jesus' name, amen. Thank you so much, guys.